Ole Miss.
I too love that we're on Ole Miss. All right, everybody, welcome back. National Chumps Season 2, Episode 15, the Week 8 Picks Preview Show. Jaybird's Bachelorette Party Preview Show. If you see a chair flying off the roof at Tootsie's, just know Jaybird's out doing business.
It was me.
He's gonna have a great time out there.
Can't wait, dude. It's
Have
gonna
a
be
great
exciting.
time.
So if you're out in Tennessee and you listen to National Chumps, I'll be there. Hit me up.
I would say you might want to walk around with a QR code on your ass, like one of those.
Yeah, they think they'll be paying for a drink, but they're actually just going to subscribe to the pod.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's what we would rather have.
That's right.
It would. It would make us happier for sure.
For each subscriber you get, I will buy you a shot. How about that?
Ooh.
You heard it here first.
Hey, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
Do we kill Jaybird?
Yeah,
I'd do it in increments. It's like if I got to pay him back when he gets back to Colorado, if he makes it back.
If
we'll take care of him, we'll take care of him.
You'll make it back. You got a pretty girl you're gonna marry. That's why you're doing the whole thing in the first place. One last hoorah.
Amen, brother.
I remember most of my bachelor party. It was a pretty good time out in Seattle. I know Bird was there. I know Dunham couldn't make it, but the boys were running, sniffing each other's heels. I remember Jaybird had, one little toast of Fireball in the course with me and immediately threw up. So that kind of gives you a gauge of where everybody was at that weekend. As long as you don't have a pedal bike scheduled for the last day in the morning.
Trust me, we do not.
You're going to be okay. That was a hard lesson learned.
We do not.
Boy. What do you got on the docket there, Jaybird? I know you got one important thing we're going to talk about.
Yeah, what's on the agenda?
Broadway.
Leaving Broadway girls at home, or whatever the hell Morgan Wallen
says. That's literally about it. As of right now.
You guys gonna go swing? You guys gonna go swing the clubs?
Nope.
Oh.
Yeah. Couldn't find the time.
We're going to watch a football game.
That's it. We're going to the football game and experiencing Broadway.
Love that. Let the rest take care of itself.
Yep. Find our way when we get to it.
I know Dunham and I have some big plans on Friday.
Yep.
We're gonna hit the links after a little half day at work.
That's
Love
right.
that.
We're going
breaking your score.
Yeah. The goal is 80s for the both of us.
Yep.
He's more along the lines of 81, 82.
Yep.
And I was telling people at work today that I want to scramble over the weekend with the Chumps and Brett Powell. Shout out to Brett Powell. Yeah, mine's in the back. You can see it like right here.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Yes, sir. Went right in the sports room. So they were asking me, they're like, well, you got to be a pretty good golfer then. And I said, actually, on the contrary.
No, we are not good golfers.
I'm pretty bad.
Major putts, though. Major putts went in.
Major putts. Great drives.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the string that we bought.
And the Mollies.
Yeah. But I finally figured out how to describe my golf game to the people. All right.
And
I'm pretty bad, but I'm closer to decent than bad.
That's fair.
That.
Give you some string and some mulligans, and you got a chance.
Hell yeah. I mean, there was a couple of them. We didn't even need the strings.
That's true. We just nailed them straight up.
We were just banging the back of the cup.
Yeah.
Facts.
Best sound in the world. Best sound in the back in the world right there.
You know what? That should be another Mount Rushmore we should consider the best sports sounds.
Ooh.
Oh, I got a couple that just came off the top of my mind.
Swish.
Swish is good.
The doink of a field goal.
Oh yeah.
It's a good one.
Chicago Bears fans, plug your ears.
Pound of the mitt.
Pound of the mitt's good.
Ball. It's always good.
I love the sound of a one timer off the iron and in with the goal horn in the background.
Yeah,
one of my favorites in all sports.
Little bar DZ action.
Oh, little bar Maxis. That gets me going,
And I'd throw in the Omaha That's a great sound as well.
Always good.
But we're getting a little off track. Sorry to do that to you guys. My mind's kind of all over the place right now. So do we want to get into picks, the little game preview? What are you guys thinking?
Game preview first.
All right.
Jaber, what game do you want to preview first?
Obvious. Vanderbilt versus LSU.
All right.
I like it a lot.
I'm putting $100 on Vanderbilt.
Oh my God.
Let's go.
Sticking to my nuts. Yep.
So we all know which way to go now. Thank you.
Shit.
You're welcome. Hopefully I give the people some money. Bet against Bird. We all know how that goes.
We do know how it goes.
You'd be up astronomically.
It is true.
If you bet against Bird this year.
You're not wrong.
Especially weeks 2 and 5, 0 and 3. You put $100 on those 3 games, and you'd be fine.
When this line came out, I was like, is the right team favored here? Vandy came out as -1.5 at home against the LSU Tigers. And I was dumbfounded. That's never happened in the history of Vanderbilt football. They've never been a favorite over LSU.
Really?
Yeah, it hasn't happened since 1948.
Just a wild thought. Wild thought. The question's really going to be is Nussmeier healthy? Did their offense get any better? Because if it didn't, then yeah, this is going to be the Diego Pavia show from kickoff to the final whistle.
Yeah, I think the over is 48.5 or 49.5. I definitely like that over. If I was going to lean one way or the other outside of Vanderbilt money line, I like the over here for 2 reasons. Number one, I think Vanderbilt can really move the ball offensively. They've shown it against good teams already. They put up points against Alabama. So I think Vanderbilt gets to 24 or 27 on their own. I think 30 would be a lot against LSU's defense. And honestly, I think LSU is just pressing, and it's not going to be a game of who's stronger, who has a better roster. It's going to be a shootout. I think they're just going to have to try to keep pace with Vanderbilt. And Vanderbilt's defense can be suspect at times. And I think as long as Diego Pavia wins the turnover battle, Vanderbilt comes on top with a score of 27-20, 27-24.
Yeah, I definitely think it's like Rev said, the turnover battle is going to be rough for Vanderbilt. And honestly, just finishing the fourth quarter.
Yes.
Like that game against Alabama, it's a close game all the way up until 10 minutes left and just couldn't finish. So I hope I bring the stamina to Vandy. Also, fun note, I saw that Tay Keith, producer, is going to be there providing the DJ sounds before the game. So that's pretty dope. Not going to lie.
Rad.
That's pretty sick.
You think you're going to run into Theo Vaughn while you're there? You think he's going to be in attendance?
You might find him at a bar downtown on Broadway.
Bro, that's so true.
That's yeah.
That'd be sick.
I can't do Theo Vaughn yet. I don't have that one in my bag yet. But I mean, Vanderbilt in the nation ranks first in offensive efficiency. LSU ranks in the mid-60s. Defensively, LSU ranks 9th in the country in defensive efficiency. And Vanderbilt is 46th in defensive efficiency. So if you average the two out, Vanderbilt is the better team in terms of efficiency here. God, it's just like one of those things where if you were to not have brands like included in this, it's so obvious which way to go. But when you put the brands in, you're like, am I really picking Vanderbilt over LSU? Like what world am I living in right now? And that's the hard part of 2025.
You're living in the world where Brian Kelly still coaches, and he's still not very good at it. And LSU's on the road, who started off as one of the top teams in the country, hasn't played like it for a single week. And they were my number one team in the country for a couple of weeks just because they beat Clemson. That win looks atrocious right now.
It does.
They truly don't have a great win on their schedule anymore. The only reason I had them number one is because they beat Clemson in prime time on the road. I thought that was an impressive win. No longer the case, right?
Turns out,
so now you got to look at LSU and say, well, what have you done for me so far? And really nothing. You lose to Ole Miss, and you had a chance to make some noise, but you haven't. They haven't shown what Garrett Nussmeier can do. We know what he's capable of. He did it last year, right? If he would have came out last year, he's probably top 3 quarterback taken. He's probably going over Dart. Like he had everything right there. And it's just one of those years where, well, it came back to bite you in the ass because LSU just has not performed the way that an LSU team should. And if they lose this game and lose another 1 or 2 in the SEC, Kelly's gone.
Yeah. I can see that. LSU's a cutthroat program. They don't give a fuck what you've done as a coach. They will get rid of you right away.
And with the premier jobs open right now, you got to act quick. Like, there was, and I'll talk about it later, but there's rumors already flowing that Florida's AD and president have met with like boosters that are of the top echelon.
Nike,
maybe, but they've met with them, and it sounds like Billy Napier, doesn't matter what happens this weekend, Billy Napier's out at Florida because Penn State's open. Who knows what else comes open now? It's possible that if Michigan loses 1 or 2 more games, Michigan's open. So you got to move quick. Like this carousel is going to be insane.
Yeah,
we're at already.
I hear that Penn State, like their swing and miss hopeful is Marcus Freeman from Notre Dame. But man, if Marcus Freeman went to Penn State, that would be awesome. They would be good. They would be really good.
That'd be insane. I just don't see that happening.
I don't think he'll leave Notre Dame either. But I mean, is there a better job in the world than a fired Power 4 head football coach? Come on, boys.
No, bro. Give me my $50 million and I'll sit my ass on a beach somewhere in the middle of the Caribbean.
I read a crazy stat today that the Tennessee Titans, they fired their head coach, Brian Callahan. He's getting paid like $92,000 a day.
Wow.
Sign me up.
Fired.
Sign me up.
If I get fired, I'm bagging groceries at Safeway before you know it. Like these guys just
be damn good at it.
Like, what is Brian Callahan? Oh, I'll walk the dogs, get my $92,000 today.
It's like
Bobby Bonilla day every day for that guy.
It's like Ed Orgeron when LSU called him in. Which door do you want me to live? No, okay. I'll see you guys later.
Does anybody call that man to come coach?
No chance.
Oh,
maybe.
How did he do it? How did he do it? He won it 1 year and just, I don't need to be a coach no more. It's like awesome.
Oh, Coach O gonna go down to Beach, Florida. And we'll go scout other talent.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
All-time line. But yeah, so we're clearly on Vandy more than LSU this week, which never bodes well if we're all feeling the same kind of way about it.
Right.
But, I think we stay in the SEC. Like this is a prime SEC Saturday.
It really is.
Holy cow! Do we got games coming on our butthole from the best conference in college football?
Amen, brother. Amen, brother.
The worst part about it is they're all cannibalizing each other, and it's gonna be like the winner's still gonna be Ohio State or Miami, but they are cannibalizing each other to make it interesting. It's gonna be fun to watch. But I say we take a look at Tennessee, Alabama. What are your thoughts here, Dunham?
First of all, I would like to read a text I got this morning from our SEC homer. It reads, who does Alabama play this weekend? It's the fucking third Saturday in October, Jay Bird. Every fucking year since like 1855.
Okay.
It's Alabama.
I was having a long morning. Sorry, somebody forgot. Okay, you're gonna ostracize me for it?
Yeah, because you're an SEC guy. You got to know this stuff.
Okay, sorry.
Did you stop to think that maybe he was being a little facetious?
No, never.
Because I did. I had Jaybird's back on this. Like we literally ran with the pod on Sunday, and it became an SEC kind of love fest. And
Of course
I
it
don't.
is.
Well, I mean, we had to talk about it. We don't get a chance to share our opinions about the SEC
Yeah.
without being absolutely.
Oregon!
This
Oh,
was
Oregon!
I
if
don't
you
even
look,
talk about Oregon on the pod that much.
But you want to.
yes, there's 5 Oregon things in the background on the pod.
And
Well, they lost to a bad
did.
Penn State team.
Yeah, okay.
It sucks.
Back to the SEC. Go ahead.
Yes, back to the SEC. There, Tennessee, Alabama here. When I was looking at this game at first glance, I see a lot of points because Tennessee likes to score a lot of points. Alabama doesn't really love to cover wide receivers. They're just hoping the pass rush gets home. I don't know what Tennessee's numbers are up front against good pass rushes here, but Alabama's playing like a bat out of hell right now. They're playing like one of the best teams in college football. Like they have something to prove, and I think Alabama hosting Tennessee this weekend. Like Tennessee's won 2 of the last 3, but they haven't won in Tuscaloosa. So,
Yeah.
I'm a Bama fan,
Yep.
right? I mean, I hope everybody knows that by now. But this offense is not the same without Jam Miller. And ESPN came across this morning and said Jam Miller's out with a concussion. So I feel a little skeptical trying to bet on Alabama and seeing them win this game. Their second running back, much different dynamic. He doesn't get through yards. He's not breaking tackles. He's not hitting the hole, right? He's more of a finesse back, and that's not how all of Alabama's offense works right now. So I wouldn't think that Tennessee is going to run away with the game, but I could see it being really close, and I wouldn't be surprised if Tennessee comes out on top, sadly.
This is tough. I mean, Josh Heupel all time in ranked matchups is well under 500.
Yeah.
Kalen DeBoer is going to come out wearing that stupid ass black hoodie. It's not even their school colors. And so I'm sure that Alabama will walk away with another scathing victory, and we'll be talking about how good they are for the next century and a half.
So, I think we only talk about how good they are if they cover.
Or if they win.
What, they're 3.5, 4.5 right now?
I thought it was like 7.
Yeah, if it's anything less than 7, I think we're going to be skeptical about Alabama again. I mean, skeptical to an extent. I mean, Ty Simpson is playing out of his mind right now.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that either.
I mean, if Texas A&M keeps winning, they're still them and Ole Miss, but there's like 4 at the top of the SEC right now that are looking pretty legitimate. And if I was a betting man, which I am, I'd probably put my cards in on Alabama right now.
It's 8.5. 8.5.
Ooh, that's a steep line. What's the over under there?
58.5.
So they're thinking
under.
So and they're thinking like a 30-22, like a 30 or
yeah, probably somewhere in that range.
25, 34-26.
Now here's what I'll say. Tennessee ATS is 3-3 and Alabama is 4-2. So the books like even Steven and 500. So if they can get Tennessee to 4-3 and Alabama to 4-3, they're in a good spot. That's exactly where they want to be. Tennessee's 5-1 to the over, and Alabama's 3-3. So even Steven on the over under. So I'm sure that they want this game to go under just to get back to that even Steven number.
Yeah, that's true. Things you don't really think about when you're placing bets all the time. But I don't know. It just seems like a big number for Alabama against a Tennessee team that can keep up.
Yeah.
Tennessee this year has given up almost 257 yards in the air and only 136 on average on the ground. So if Ty Simpson gets out of the pocket, I mean, this game's over. If they can't keep him in the pocket and he extends plays, this game's not close.
Well,
I'm
going to kind of compare some things here. Georgia, Tennessee was 44-41.
Yep.
this game has similar feel, but
yeah, Georgia can't cover anybody.
No.
And they couldn't get home. They couldn't get a pass rush. I think Alabama's going to be able to get a pass rush. I think they'll walk away with a couple sacks and probably a couple turnovers.
And you know what? I want to keep it in the SEC. Let's talk about Georgia Ole Miss.
Oh, this is my probably 5-star play of the week. 5-star play of the week.
Ole Miss on the money line.
Ole Miss money line, man. Everybody's making noise. Okay, everybody's making noise. Lane Kiffin almost lost to Washington State. Yeah, he did. You know why? Because they were prepping for Georgia. The week before that, they had a bye week. Guess what they were doing during the bye week?
Prepping for Georgia.
Okay. Washington State showed up, and Lane Kiffin just said, we got better athletes. If we don't beat them, whatever. We're prepping for Georgia. Okay. Georgia can't cover anybody. What does Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin do better than anybody else in America?
They throw the damn ball.
The spread.
They throw that freaking rock all over the field, man. They can't wait. They also do love covering the spread. Georgia can't cover anybody. Georgia can't get a pass rush. Georgia can't get a sack. This line is ridiculous. I get it. It's Kirby Smart, and I understand that it's in Georgia, and I understand that the SEC has this curse of Kirby Smart, and if you don't bury him or put him away, then he finds a way to win the game. Even the officials are trying to help him out nowadays. But damn it, Lane Kiffin has Kirby Smart's number. He's got it. There's a reason Florida's trying to call him first, because they want him to come to Gainesville, because he knows that Florida, Georgia, Jacksonville rivalry, if he can win that game every time, Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs will be dead before you know it. I love Trinidad Chambliss and Lane Kiffin walking in between the hedges and beating the ever-living shit out of the Georgia Bulldogs. It's about time somebody puts them in their place. Go Rebels.
Could happen. It just gives me like Lane Kiffin, Kirby Smart with their quarterbacks. It gives me that varsity blues scene with the two dads with the beer cans on their head, having each quarterback throw it. And Lane Kiffin has just owned Kirby Smart, right? So Lane Kiffin's sitting up there, fired at my head, boy, right off the top of the can. Meanwhile, Kirby Smart's over there looking at Gunnar Stockton, screaming at him, fire that freaking pigskin, son. Boom, right in the face. And I see this happening again. Georgia falls flat on their face. Even if it's in between the hedges, I don't care. I like Trinidad Chambliss playing D2 football last year in the middle of Michigan, Fair State, winning national championships.
Shout
and
out.
Now you're the quarterback of Ole Miss. You get to go in between the hedges. You get to give it to a Georgia team that's down. I said it from the beginning of the year that they're going to miss the playoff. I want to try to hold true to that prediction. So let's get an Ole Miss on the money line. I love it at plus 220 last I saw it, but maybe it's up to plus 240 now.
Plus 240 as of 10
like
minutes ago.
I like it.
Me too.
Honestly,
7's a crazy number.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. There's not much more to say. I think you boys covered it all. I love that. Ole Miss by a mile. Fuck, that's all I got to say.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, fellas, where do we want to go next? We go up to South Bend if we want to. USC, Notre Dame.
Oh, did you guys not hear me?
No.
Go Cougars. BYU, Utah.
We'll get there. We'll get to the Holy War. We'll get there.
I don't know if you can say that anymore. I don't know if that's necessarily PC.
Who cares?
I do not care. Who cares?
All right. Anyways, USC Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Gonna be a lot of scoring, I think.
Yeah. Total's at 61.5.
If you can, it depends on how you feel about this game, because I have an interesting strategy of how I want to play this year.
Let's hear it.
You're gonna go same game parlay. Okay. Ooh. You're gonna go 3 points to the over. So you're gonna have 64, or you're gonna have under 64.5. And then you're going to have over 58.5.
Okay.
and it's in the middle. You play the middles.
Okay.
Boost it a little bit.
All right.
Give yourself some space, but you also have enough fun to watch it and be like, what's going to happen?
Quit scoring touchdowns.
Play the middles.
USC obviously coming off the big win last weekend against Sharon Moore's Michigan crew, not Biff Pogue's crew. Drastically different Michigans. I think, earlier in the year I was anti Notre Dame, right? I was like, hey, we're going the other way.
Yeah.
We're like, I don't believe in Notre Dame. It's the early part of the season. Well, guess what? The real Notre Dame has finally showed up. They're finally here. And this line's currently at 9.5. I'm probably taking it. I think USC is going to fade. They're going to fall off a cliff here over the next couple of weeks. Mayava's good. Their defense still sucks. And Notre Dame's defense is pretty good. And I think that they find a way to put a cap on the receivers, keep them in front. And it's going to be a tough afternoon for Lincoln Riley and the USC Trojans. And I think Lincoln Riley's seat heats up a little bit after this weekend.
Just give the ball to Jeremiah Love and let the rest take care of itself. Notre Dame, I think it'll be close for a half. I think it's going to remind a lot of people of the Illinois-Duke game to start the year. Close at the beginning, but then the better team is just going to pull away, and Notre Dame is the better team. I've been on Notre Dame since the get because I think that they've always had it in there, and I think they just need to do it the rest of the season, and they have to do it with style. And I think Freeman knows that because that's what they had to do last year. I think this is a situation where the team is comfortable with who they are, and they're just going to run through the wall the rest of the season.
I agree. I don't think that there's really anything to dispute. CJ Carr, he was young early on. He's coming to his own. Notre Dame's played patty cake with most opponents in the first half, and then in the second half, they just go into absolutely destroy mode.
Yeah, they're a team.
Go ahead,
They're a team that has they're fighting to stay above water right now in the first half, and then second half they're diving into that ocean. They're taking that shark head on. They're like, I'm catching you first, brother. Yep. They're just getting after teams in that second half, and as much as I like USC, they don't finish games very well.
No,
they're gonna hit panic mode at some point. Jordan Mailata is gonna have a few turnovers. They're gonna have too many 3-and-outs because they're pressing that button. They're like, hey, why is this stuff from the first half not working anymore? How come I can't pass? How come we're not blocking? And that's just when Notre Dame plays their best football in the second half. So wouldn't expect anything less of like 125, 150 yards from Jordan Love, and most of it coming in the second half.
Yeah. The barrel party in Seattle has continued. The Toronto Blue Jays have put up a 4 spot.
Wow.
It is 12-2. Seattle Mariners money line was the wrong side tonight. Disappointing.
Nah, it's fine. They're fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
They're thin right now. I mean, I know that we don't need to get into baseball.
Speaking of the West Coast, let's go out there. Maryland goes out there to take on Jerry Neuheisel's offense. He's not running the team. Everybody thinks he is. He's not. I think the wrong team's favored here. I think I'm gonna put him in my picks here in a minute. But I like Maryland. I like Maryland in this game.
Okay. I don't know how much this game means to anything, but
doesn't. I was just scrolling. UNLV travels up to Idaho to play Boise State. Thoughts? Mullins boys are 12.5 point dogs.
Points.
The total is 62.5.
Wow.
That's
62.5.
All right. Yeah. I like the over there.
Insane.
It's that high for a reason. They score. Both teams do.
Let's jump into picks here, fellas.
Yeah, Jaybird's got to head out a little early for the folks that are listening at home. So Jaybird, just give us your 3 talk about one you might like, and then we'll let you go. We've already
obviously Vandy money line -130, putting $100 on it. We're putting our nuts on the line here. Then I'm taking everybody else is gonna probably want to take them too. I want to jump on the gun. I'm gonna go Ole Miss money line +240, and then
you get
just because I think they're the better team, and I think they'll be able to hold Duke in the second half and Mensa to a little bit less points. Hopefully, I'm going Georgia Tech money line. I think that's going to be a lower scoring game than people think, and whatever the over is on that. Georgia Tech's defense has been playing lights out, and I think that might be a problem for Mensa, especially if they could keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, Georgia Tech's defense is vastly underrated.
And his name is Haynes King. Put some respect on it.
Facts.
Dude's a dog.
All right, Jaybird, enjoy your trip. We love you. Be safe.
See you guys. Have a good rest of the night.
Anchor down.
Like, follow, subscribe.
Look out, Nashville. Here he comes.
Amen, brother.
All right, man. Peace.
See ya.
Tootsies.
I forget how close it gets to me when we go to the dual screen.
I know. That's why I have to sit so far away. So when I do it. All right, Coacher. Let's do this thing.
Yeah, let's go for it. I say I have a few picks up here that I like. So I'll throw out some honorable mentions here. Maybe some that we haven't talked about yet.
Sure.
So my first one, I want us to actually stay right here in Colorado Springs, Wyoming, and the Air Force. Over 58.5 points.
Yes, please.
Anytime I put an Air Force over out there, it has hit. And I think the people should listen to me again. I know what you're thinking. Wyoming doesn't score very much. However, when they played in Colorado against CU, the over did hit. So they're fine playing in Colorado. Okay. So don't give me this. Oh, it's the elevation. Okay. Don't care. They played to it. They're fine. Air Force played really, really tough against UNLV last weekend. It looked like a Mountain West Conference basketball score by the end with 51-54 or 51-47, wherever it ended up. So obviously Air Force cannot stop people like other teams can. So I think you can already guarantee Wyoming 3 touchdowns based off of that. And then Air Force's offense is electric enough, I think, to even take care of the rest.
Yeah.
As long as both teams like keep the ball and keep scoring back and forth, they don't turn it over a bunch.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that over there. What's a play that you like on your card this week? What do you got?
One that I'm probably not going to take, but I certainly took a long look at. Mississippi State traveling to Gainesville plus 265 on the money line. I know the SEC documentaries showed that Florida doesn't listen to the outside noise a whole hell of a lot. They do a really good job, but you saw some frustration last weekend from DJ Lagway on the sideline. He was sitting in that coach's box and said, "What the fuck are we calling?" Right? And then the report came out that AD and people had met with some pretty significant boosters, and it sounds like no matter what, Napier's out after this weekend. Prime spot for the Mississippi State Bulldogs to go in there and just kick the shit out of the Gators and just send Napier on his way. Just a parting gift on his way out. I think that would sum up the Napier era quite well. That's kind of one I got on my mind. Defensively, the Bulldogs are pretty scrappy. They're a decent little crew. Offensively, they can move the ball. They can throw it. They can run it. They do force some turnovers, and I think that it's probably the perfect scenario to have one of these upsets. That's kind of where I'm going. That's one of my honorable mentions.
I like it. I agree with a lot of that. I know, like, I was reading an article on Florida this morning, and it did say, like, is it almost to the point where Billy Napier would just be relieved to hear him be relieved of the job? I mean, you're a 500 team at Florida. Okay, fine. Like, but I mean, he's been getting booed since he got there.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it's definitely not for lack of trying. I think maybe his culture just doesn't fit in with who he brings in. It could like those things matter and they align. And if he's not bringing in the right guys, that could be it. The play calling can be a little elementary, I'm sure, for DJ Lagway. I don't know how much of that lands on Napier, but when you're the head coach, you're the guy that they're going to come after.
I mean, he calls the plays, so it's all on him.
Okay, he is their offensive
he's their play caller. That's the reason why they're so bad is he won't cough it up.
Yeah, so he's going down swinging, I'll say. But I think he lands on the recruiting list next week for some other teams.
Absolutely.
We've already talked about a couple of the other games that I liked. Like I said, I did like the NLV Boise State over 62.5.
Yep.
I am a fan of Notre Dame minus 8.5 because that's when I saw it last and wrote it down.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll get into another one here that I find rather interesting. I like Arizona minus 1.5 this week against Houston. I think Arizona is a lot better than people are giving them credit for. And I think that this game should be more like Arizona minus 3.5, Arizona minus 4.5. So I think being able to get Arizona minus 1.5 or even the money line at this low of a price is pretty good value for a team as good as Arizona.
Yeah, I'm going to see what that money line is right meow. But I mean, they still have Noah Fafita, right? And he was one of the reasons why they were so good a couple of years ago. Granted, Jed Fish was their head coach, and obviously he can do great things. He's on a bunch of lists right now to take one of these jobs because his wife hates Seattle. In fact, she moved away, so Washington's going to be looking for a head coach, and I'm so excited for them.
Maybe they'll get James Franklin.
Great, sign me up. I love that. Dan Lanning's already 2-0 against James Franklin. That makes me even happier. I don't know. Why can't I find it? Did they take it off the board? But I mean, this line opened at Arizona plus 2.5, right?
Yeah, and the line's obviously creeping towards Arizona, so that also tells me that people know something.
Yeah, the sharp money's on the Arizona side if the line's going to move that heavy.
Yeah, and it's still a minus 1.5. Like, I mean, if you're taking them plus 2.5, you probably think they're going to win. You're not betting on most teams to just be within 2 there, right? Like you're more along the lines of banking of 1. Like it's hard to stake your money in a 2-point spread, in my opinion, unless you're on the minus 2.5, obviously.
Yeah, I agree. Like once you
probably where the books tried to bait people in with Houston.
Right. Money line right now is it's minus 108 Arizona and Houston's minus 110.
So it's coming back to pretty even money here.
Yeah, Houston's still plus 1.5 at minus 122. Arizona minus 1.5 is at plus 100. So jump on it now because that's going to change within the hour. Yeah, that's a wild game. Houston played patty cake with Oregon State, who's horrid. They're so bad. Texas Tech blew them out of the water. Like this is going to be a good ball game. It's going to be one of those that you turn on, just put your feet up and just enjoy it. I probably won't take a side unless I have a really, really good morning. But the other game that I'm intrigued here, the other Big 12 matchup, Baylor and TCU.
Yes, I like this game as well.
Which side do you like?
I like TCU minus 2.5.
I also like TCU, but every time I bet on the damn Frogs, they burn me.
They do. They have a tendency to do that. But I mean, Baylor's not good on the road. I think Hernandez probably one of those guys that might be looking for a job next year.
Aranda, yeah.
Yeah, Aranda, sorry.
Yeah, he'll be somebody's DC probably.
I like TCU minus 2.5.
Sounds good to me.
I think they're a better team.
The Friday night game, the Fighting Bill Belichick's and Jordan Thompson, whatever her name is, travel to Berkeley, California. And that line is 9.5. That's not enough. Give me this line up to like 20.5. North Carolina is so bad.
They are bad.
They're so bad
on both sides of the ball.
And this will be a 10-30 body kick for North Carolina, who has no quarterback.
I think North Carolina might sneak some points on the board once it gets out of hand, which is why I like the over 48.5 in this game. But
yeah, I'm with you there. I probably parlay the two together minus 11.5 or whatever, and over 47.5. Probably get some good value there.
For sure.
Jaren Kiave, Sangapula Tele. Although today I was putting together my power rankings. I told you about this, as I'm working on my own power ranking system. And Sangapula Tele is actually like closer to the bottom than he is to the middle, which I was shocked about in terms of like QBR and points accounted for Cal, which was a bit surprising. So there's that. But yeah, I'll have to debut those power rankings when I'm all done. I'm halfway through the Big Ten right now, so I got a long way to go, long way ahead of me.
Yeah. So I wish you the best of luck with that.
Thanks.
So my first pick this week for the pod picks, we're gonna go UConn, Boston College, under 58.5.
Okay.
I'd put my mortgage on it.
Wow.
BC is so bad
atrocious
at scoring the ball. I don't think they've gotten more than 20 points in a game all year.
No.
Don't quote me on that, but they don't score. UConn, I think they're just going to take care of business, and if they take care of business, it's 38-10, and we're well under. Well under. So I just think both teams play to the under well in this situation. So give me UConn, BC under 58.5. I'd rather see this game on a basketball court.
I agree. This game in Conte Forum would be really fun. I'm with you. I'm jumping on UConn money line at plus 104. I think the wrong team's favored here. I don't know why the Eagles are favored. They suck on offense. They're so bad. They got shut out last weekend against Pitt.
That's what I'm saying. Like this under is, I feel like easy money.
I'm probably right there with you. Jim Moore's crew, give me the Huskies. I like them on the money line plus 104. That's where I'm going.
I think that's great value too. All right. So my next pick, it's a game that we talked about. I am going to roll with Notre Dame minus 8.5 or whatever it's at now. I found it at 8.5 is when I played it. So
if you got 8.5, I'll give you 8.5.
So I'm going to stick with Notre Dame minus 8.5. Don't need to talk much more about this game. I just think Notre Dame's pretty damn good. And I don't think USC is bad, but I don't think they're great. So I'll say good.
Yeah. Here's what I will say is that sometimes you can lay victim to, like, if you open up FanDuel or DraftKings, like it'll give you the line of whatever it is, minus 6.5 or whatever. You can go into the game and alt the spread down. Obviously, it changes the value. But you could buy a point and change the odds from minus 110 to minus like 134. And however you want to make your money is however you want to make your money, right? You can't go broke taking a profit. So don't be done with that. Obviously, gambling's gambling. But if you believe in a number, then trust your number and just buy it. It's okay. Like, no one's going to judge you for that. It's fine. Let's see. I'm going to go with another dog here. Old Dominion has been killing everybody they've played.
Okay. I know you talked about this game in a text message thread earlier, and I was looking at some of these lines today. Why do you like Old Dominion so much?
Dude, they've been killing everybody.
It's James Madison, though. This is
doesn't matter.
This is a way better team than what Old Dominion's faced so far.
I don't give a shit. Give me the Monarchs, man.
I think it's really good value on James Madison.
No, I
think getting James Madison this cheap is good, but you were obviously diving into some deeper realms of the college football analytics world that I was not willing to dive into today.
I was down a rabbit hole today, right? Like the power rankings I was looking at, granted, I believe that they were 0-3 yesterday, ATS in the midweek CUSA action and the Fun Belt action. Granted, those games right now are a shit show. You want to talk about like
bad
I think
football.
Delaware today was favored over Jacksonville State, and they turned the ball over twice for 14 points, and we're down 21-6 at half, and they went for 2 on their touchdown to try and get a 2-point conversion. I don't know what's happening. I'm going to stick to the big guns. Anyhow, so according to those power rankings, Old Dominion here should be at minus 6.5. They should be favored by a touchdown.
I'm taking the brand. Give me James Madison.
See, I ain't doing that. I'm going to try and play the numbers and trust my gut here.
Yeah, and I don't blame you for it. I mean, Old Dominion lost to Marshall last week, 24-48, and they were 14.5-point favorites and
Shit.
lost
Who cares?
in Marshall.
Who cares?
Yeah, I know it's a brand new week.
They were prepping for JMU.
Honestly, they probably were, but I mean, there. It's an interesting game. I want to take James Madison, but
yeah, this is Sicko's committee worthy right here.
Yeah, it's bad right there. That is some bad stuff. So we'll try to go a little bit bigger here. Give me Utah BYU over 49.5. Why? I don't know. I just see a lot of points in this game. I don't have a rhyme or reason for it. I just think it's going to be more than a 7-touchdown game.
Yeah, I think Devin Dampier is going to run around like a chicken with his head cut off and make a ton of plays.
I think each team can both score 3, so that means we just got to get one more. And you're going to have to get one more in order to win.
That's right. That's right. Altitude, field goals. You can kick from the 50.
Yeah, screw it, man.
Yeah, that's why the Air Force over is cash. We're kicking field goals from the opposite 30. They're good.
They are just
no problem. Yeah. You need it? We got it.
What's your last play?
Let's see. Last play. How ridiculous do I want to get? How deep into the woods?
I mean, this is pretty deep. I mean, we just had a full-fledged discussion about James Madison and Old Dominion, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Just for you to hear. Well, they lost by 24 points last week.
Who gives a shit? Who cares? Let's see. I got a bunch of games here on my board, but I said it earlier. Maryland travels cross country. I think that the UCLA lore kind of finally dies this weekend. Maryland's a good football team.
You just wanted to say Maryland wasn't very good last week.
What do you mean?
Well, we were talking about Maryland last week, and I said Maryland wasn't that bad, and you were kind of scoffing at that.
Well, I think I was more pissed that they blew a 24-point lead to Washington. Which, by the way, if you blow a 24-point lead to Washington, I hate you automatically.
Okay, I'm glad that there's some more context here because I was like,
keep Damon Williams in the pocket. Damn it, it's not that hard.
I was just kind of taken aback by what you said.
He weighs 130 pounds. Keep him in the pocket.
It's crazy.
If you keep him in the pocket, he can't throw the football. Anyhow, I hate Washington. So obviously. So yeah, give me Maryland money line. I think the UCLA lore dies a little bit. Classic letdown spot here for Nico and co. And I like the freshman quarterback from Maryland. I think that kid's a dog. He'll be able to throw it all over the yard. I like Maryland here, plus money. So I got 3 dogs this weekend, which I love so much.
Let's roll it.
Great. How did I end up here? That's okay. Couple other tidbits here. I was listening to the Bear Bets podcast last weekend on my way home. Since 2022, there have been 38 top 10 matchups. 38. If you're going to take the favorite, take them to cover. If you're going to take the dog, take the money line. Because the favorite only has one loss if you're taking them, and that was Texas in the playoff game against Arizona State, where Arizona State had the miraculous comeback and should have won the game because of targeting. Anyhow, outside of that, there's been 14 straight up winners.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're gonna take the dog's gonna win straight up most of the time.
Yeah, when you shared that with me the other day, that was the reason why I hopped on the Ole Miss money line.
Yeah, got to.
Because if I trust him at +7, let's just trust him to win the game. And if you want, in situations like that, you can take both. You can take one for a full unit, one for a half unit. That way, if Ole Miss covers, you get your money back. And if they win, you get both bets, and that plays out pretty nicely. And then if they both lose, that just sucks. But this time of year is just giving me very much like mid-November early December college basketball vibes, right? Like these big teams aren't looking big. They're going to lose a game here and there. And that's just kind of what we're seeing with some of the nuances of college football of today, with all of these really good teams playing each other right now, and just tough teams. And like, it just giving me that mid-conference play college basketball season kind of vibe. So maybe we're thinking more like January, but
yeah, the old home road split starts to show up.
Right. Exactly. Like that stuff matters.
I can't wait. Can't wait. That's when I make all my money.
Yeah, when we're sweating out Manhattan Jaspers -8.5, we're gonna be sweating and watching that game on ESPN Plus on our phones with the big games on TV. You watch them all.
Wood.
Yes.
Ball.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't wait. The Thanksgiving tournament over-unders, I'm sure will be a thing.
Oh yeah, those will be
might have to find a way to tweet those out. That's gonna have to be quick. Talk about a sweat. That's a good time. Outside of that, I don't know. I'm looking forward to another weekend here. College football, man. We're 8 weeks deep, so this is the halfway point.
Yeah, I know. I was about to say we're kind of at the top of the ascent here.
It's over before you know it, which is kind of crazy how we started, how we ended up here. I think the first college football playoff rankings come out next Tuesday. Let me look real quick.
Anyways, we're kind of wrapping up here. So just a quick reminder while Dunham's looking up this information for us to like, follow, subscribe on all of our social media channels. We are on TikTok, Instagram, and the X, and Facebook as well. So come and talk with us. Come tell us what you'd like to hear us talk more about. Got a shout out to one of our listeners today. Gave me a reminder that we never really said anything about Sister Jean.
Oh, yes.
And, not that we were heading there already, but this certainly doesn't help our ticket into heaven by forgetting to mention Sister Jean and just her legacy, and not just for Loyola, but for college basketball in general. She was a great story.
Indeed. Rest in peace, Sister Jean. The Loyola Chicago run will forever be remembered. That was one of the most elite field of 64 tournaments that I can remember.
Yeah. That was
wild.
a great one.
First release of the college football playoff rankings will happen on Tuesday, November 4th. So we got 2 weeks here. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Feels like they pushed it back a little bit. I could have sworn it was week 8, but that's okay.
That's all right. Should be a good one. And especially with the shakeups of not necessarily the conference champions having to be the first 4 seeds either. Or first 5, right. I should say.
That'll be big time. I'm excited. To see what they end up deciding, because there's going to be some new kids on the block for sure.
Yep, and there's going to be some tough conversations about some of these old faces.
Oh, yeah, those brands. What are they going to do? You can already feel it coming. Nick Saban's making the push.
He sure is.
Push is already being made.
All right, folks. Until next time, Chumps out.
Chumps out.